Welcome back to Worldview TV. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join us as we explore the world's most fascinating countries, cities, and cultures. Today, we take a closer look at one of the most unique and remarkable frontiers on Earth, the border between the United States and Canada. Stretching thousands of miles, it's the longest international boundary in the world, and unlike many borders, it tells a story of peace, friendship, and cooperation. The US-Canada border is extraordinary in its sheer size. At over 5,500 miles, it's the longest international border in the world shared by two nations. It stretches from the Atlantic Ocean in the east to the Pacific in the west, and then again across Alaska, meeting Canada's vast Yukon and British Columbia regions. But it's not just the length that's fascinating. This border cuts through forests, mountains, lakes, rivers, and even tiny villages. In some places, a single strait separates Canadian and American homes. In others, vast wilderness makes it feel like no human line could possibly exist there. What makes the US-Canada border truly unique is not just its size, but its history. Despite occasional disputes over mapping and fishing rights, the two countries have shared one of the most peaceful international relationships in history. This is a border without military zones, without walls, and without the tension you often find elsewhere. Instead, it's defined by cooperation, trade, and friendship. The term, longest undefended border in the world, has often been used to describe it, symbolizing the trust between two great nations. The beauty of this border is undeniable. One of its most famous landmarks is Niagara Falls, straddling Ontario in Canada and New York in the United States. The falls attract millions of visitors each year, and stand as a symbol of shared natural heritage. But Niagara is just the beginning. Along the border, you'll find places like the Great Lakes, the Rocky Mountains, and countless rivers and forests that remind us nature knows no national boundaries. Wildlife roams freely between the two nations, from bears to moose to migratory birds. Life along the US-Canada border is unlike anywhere else. There are towns where the border runs down the middle of the strait, where neighbors live in different countries but see each other every day. For example, the towns of Derbyline in Vermont and Stansted in Quebec are famously divided by the border. Even the local library has one half in the United States and the other in Canada. Communities like these highlight the human side of this vast border. Families, friends, and businesses interact across the line with ease, demonstrating how geography can divide on paper but unite in daily life. The US and Canada are each other's largest trading partners. Billions of dollars in goods cross this border every day, from cars and machinery to agricultural products and energy. Highways, railways, and bridges connect major cities, making the border a lifeline of economic exchange. For travelers, the border is a gateway. Every year, millions of people cross for work, vacations, or family visits. From Canadians heading south for a winter escape to Americans seeking summer adventures in the Canadian wilderness, this border fuels tourism and cultural exchange. Of course, maintaining such a vast border comes with challenges. Security, immigration, and smuggling issues require cooperation between both nations. After the events of the early 2000s, border controls tightened, but the focus remained on balance, ensuring safety without undermining the friendship and openness that define this line. The border has also become a place where environmental concerns are addressed. Shared rivers and lakes require joint protection, and both nations work together to safeguard ecosystems that straddle the frontier. Ultimately, the US-Canada border is more than a line on the map. It's a symbol of how two large nations can coexist peacefully. It demonstrates that borders do not always have to divide, they can connect, cooperate, and create opportunities for growth. In a world where borders often mean barriers, the US-Canada line stands out as a story of peace, collaboration, and mutual respect. The border between the United States and Canada is not just the longest in the world, it is perhaps the most remarkable. A border of beauty, of trade, of shared cultures, and above all, of peace. Thank you for watching Worldview TV. Don't forget to subscribe for more explorations of the countries, cities, and cultures that shape our world.